They can work, own property, access public education, serve in the military, and even apply for citizenship after meeting eligibility requirements. However, their residency is not guaranteed for life. Under US law, green card holders can be deported under certain circumstances. These include serial criminal offenses, fraud, such as marriage fraud, or being labeled a national security threat. The Immigration and Nationality Act also allows deportation if the security of a state believes a non citizen's presence could have serious adverse foreign policy consequences. In some cases, this can happen even without a criminal conviction. This issue is currently in the spotlight due to the case of Mahmoud Khalil, a Columbia University student and pro Palestinian activist. Khalil is a Syrian national with a green card. He was arrested on the grounds that his presence posed a foreign policy risk to the US President Donald Trump, described him as a radical foreign pro Hamas student. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced plans to revoke visas and green cards of Hamas supporters.
If you tell us when you apply, hi, I'm trying to get into the United States on a student visa, I am a big supporter of Hamas, a murderous, barbaric group that kidnaps children, that rapes teenage girls, that takes hostages, that allows them to die in captivity, that returns more bodies than live hostages. If you tell us that you are in favor of a group like this, and if you tell us when you apply for your visa, and by the way, I intend to come to your country as a student and rile up all kinds of anti-Jewish student, anti-Semitic activities, I intend to shut down your universities. If you told us all these things when you applied for a visa, we would deny your visa. I hope we would. If you actually end up doing that, once you're in this country on such a visa, we will revoke it.
Khalil's arrest has sparked debate about free speech and political activism. His supporters argue that his participation in protests, particularly calls for a ceasefire in Gaza, is being unfairly equated with extremism. Civil liberties groups warn that using immigration laws to target political beliefs could set a dangerous precedent.
The government, as far as we understand it, is relying on a rarely used provision in immigration law to justify the detention of a lawful permanent resident in his placement and removal proceeding.
It should be noted, though, that deportation is not automatic. Green card holders have legal protections, including the right to a hearing before an immigration judge. The government must provide evidence to justify deportation, and individuals can challenge these decisions in court. In Khalil's case, a federal court has temporarily blocked his removal, with further hearings scheduled. In the end, while green card holders have important rights, their status is not absolute. Cases like Khalil's highlight the legal and political complexities of deportation, especially when national security concerns and free speech